Hello, everybody. Somebody just got a stern talking to. 'Cause someone crapped on the floor. The other one's loose too, so. But she's the one that craps in our bedroom, so. She just got yelled at. Anyway, this is what I was going to talk about. The inside Guppy pond, coal, shrimp, Pleco breeding, plant farm bonanza. That is my inside Guppy pond. And for those of you who have been with me for a while and pay attention to my videos, you will know that I made a great big long video on how I made this filter. And you may be thinking, where is the dial? Or where is the gate valve? Well, I set it up so that I could replace the pump 2 or 3 times by just cutting PVC. However, they discontinued making that cheap. I think it was a $28 pump that pumped 800 gallons per hour. And it had the good fittings on there. I hard plumbed it in there, and if I had problems with the pump, I could make it so all I'd do is I could make a couple cuts, add a coupler, and I could do that 2 or 3 times before I have to redo it all. Anyway, obviously the weak point of this filter is accessing the pump. So it would be good for me if I'd stop cheaping out and get a good pump. But anyway, the problem happened. That pump, I think, had been going since like April or May or something maybe. And I didn't even get it for that purpose, so I'd got that pump to try to make water changes. I was going to use it to make water changes faster to drain tanks. But it ended up not working out. So it ended up being a bigger pain in the butt than it was worth. So I just decided to keep using the Python. But then I got the idea to do this, and I needed a good pump. I was like, well, this was a cheapie. So I gave it a go, and it moved the good water. It really did. I just did a water change. So the spray bars are actually underwater now. Got a little bit more water in it than usual. But back to my story. It ended up putting it to full-time use, that cheap pump on here. And it had been good. Survived power flickers and other issues and problems. But that's a pretty fish right there. However, we lost power for maybe 30 to 45 minutes. And when power come back on, my Aqua Clear 110 on the fire red shrimp tank didn't come on back on either, but I was able to get that. I had to take it apart and clean it. I was able to get that one going. But this one, I cleaned it, plugged it back in, nothing. The only way I could get that pump going again was by bumping it with the screwdriver, tapping it so I could get to a hard point, and it didn't have enough to get going. But if you turned it past that hard spot in there, it'd get going again. So I cleaned it and tested it, and 9 times out of 10, if you unplugged it and plugged it back in, it wouldn't start back up. And that was a high power pump, so it got real hot. And I was like, that's not a safe situation. So then I was looking at the crap. So I found another cheap, supposedly 800 gallon per hour pump. Supposedly 800 gallons per hour. And, you know, I think with these cheap pumps, they have zero head, zero restriction. I think that it might be pretty close to that. But if there's any head on it at all, it don't take much to have it. So I don't have much head pressure. Well, that's another thing I want to talk about this new one. This one, 800 gallon per hour pump, come with metric barbed fittings. Well, I'd gone and bought my own fittings and made, but this one had a different output size than the old one. So I had to take everything out. I wasn't able to just put the new pump back on. I had to take everything apart. And then come to find out, that new one come in metric sizes. So, I don't know. And where I live in my part of the world, I don't even have access that I know of to metric plumbing. So, I mean, I'm sure you can find it somewhere, but I've never messed with it or dealt with it. So I ended up just going the vinyl tubing route and clamps, because even though it's like 3/8 or ½ inch, or I don't even know, tubing, vinyl tubing, I think it's probably 3/4 maybe. Those are metric barb fittings on the pump. Now there, it's in my own little, I don't know how to figure these things out, so that, I don't even know what these parts are called, bushings or some. Explained to the guy at Ace Hardware, and he said, you need to do this, 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 and this. That's my go-to spot, Ace Hardware in 5th and Indiana. They look at me and they're like, don't you need glue? I was like, nah, I don't look together. They look at me like I'm crazy. I tell them it's just for fish tank stuff. They're like, oh, they still don't get it, but I know what I need and they know how to make it happen, but they don't understand what I'm doing it for. It's kind of funny. So with the new pump, I had to rig that up with the help of my old dudes at Ace Hardware in Tipton, Indiana. So we got that set up and going. Anyway, nice peaceful thing. I think my wife, because this is her seat where I'm at now, she's the one that enjoys this. So that's why now we have, like, I don't even know how many pleco caves. I think we might have there's a big male with his tail sticking out in that one, and there's a female on that one. So I'm not sure what, I think, yeah, that might be I'm not sure, to be honest. But we'll probably have a bunch of baby plecos around here somewhere before too long. I'm going to throw a bunch of green beans in here for the plecos and to get them going. I mean, I've been having a lot of people email me just out of the blue trying to buy these guppies. It's like, man, this is not the good time of year to try to ship guppies. Here's some shrimps. There's some pretty decent red shrimp in here, but there's a lot of really weird, like great big huge brown mamas with the yellow whitish racing stripe. Those females get gigantic. There's a bunch of those in here. But as you can see, inside Guppy Pond, bristlenose breeding plant farm. This is what it is these days. I just had to do a whole bunch of work to it. So you can tell this area's kind of messed up from where I had to move the filter to work on it. But it's looking pretty decent these days. I just had to get a bunch of duckweed out today. This thing usually don't have duckweed issues, but it has been here recently. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.